Hey guys, it is Kayla Waller Adventures, and today I want to show you how to make some Christmas croissant bread pudding. So stick around, check it out. All right, so we are having our family Christmas today at Bobby's house, and my dish to bring is this Christmas croissant bread pudding. But the funny part is it's actually not a Christmas croissant bread pudding. The recipe actually comes from this cookbook called Food to Die For. It is written by Amy Bruni. She is a paranormal investigator from Kindred Spirits. I think she was also on Ghost Hunters. I think that's how she started out. She's traveled all over the world and investigated all these haunted places, and she's made a cookbook of all the recipes of the places that she has been to investigate. We were all wondering, like you know, you do paranormal investigating, why are you making a cookbook? But in her little about page, she talks about how her and her family, you know, have recipes that are gone because of her, you know, grandparents are passed away. So she wanted to make this recipe to keep the old recipes from all these old locations, to pass them down to, you know, to everyone around the world. Here it is the croissant bread pudding recipe. It is actually from the Myrtles plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana, which is really cool. So we're gonna get started on this awesome bread pudding recipe. All right, so for this recipe, you're gonna need 8 to 10 croissants, stale, 2 1/4 cup of heavy cream, 3/4 cup of milk, 1 1/2 cups of sugar, 8 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then 1 cup, which is actually 2 sticks of butter melted. All right, so we have our casserole dish. The first thing you want to do is spray it with a cooking spray. Sometimes I use the baking spray, but I have actually got coconut oil this time. I just want to spray the inside of it. Then I take a paper towel and just kind of wipe it around. All right, so once you get your dish sprayed out, you want to take your croissants. The recipe, like I said, says 8 to 10 croissants stale. I've used them fresh. I've used them 2 days old. These are going to be 3-day-old croissants, and then these are fresh. I had to buy extras because the croissants that I've used before from Publix, they were big, fluffy croissants, and they soaked up all of the liquid. These that I got from the Food Lion, they're kind of smaller and a little harder and thicker, so I had to get extra ones to fill up or for it to soak up all that liquid. You just want to take your croissant and just tear it apart and just set it in your casserole dish. All right, so I got all of my croissants in there. I have it packed in there, so it should soak up everything. So let's get all the liquid ingredients together. Alrighty, so the first thing we will need is 2 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, but I normally put 2 cups in there because you know, the whole lactose intolerant thing happening. So I only just do 2 cups. And then with my milk, I do the lactate milk, or sometimes I'll do almond milk, and it doesn't affect it at all. All right, then you need 3/4 cup of milk. Put that right in there. All right, so next you're going to need 1 1/2 cups of sugar. I only do a cup of sugar in here because you got, you know, all the sweetness from the whipping cream and the milk and the vanilla extract. So I just do a cup. But if you want to do the whole cup and a half, you can. It's up to y'all. All right, put that in there. All right, so you'll need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and then a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to go ahead and do the salt one first because I don't want it getting mixed up with my vanilla extract. All right. All right, then you need a teaspoon of the vanilla extract. All right. So the next thing you'll need is 8 eggs. One. All right, there's your 8 eggs. All right, so if you're just making the bread pudding, just to make, or the croissant bread pudding, that's all you'll need. And you just need to whisk this together. But like I said, I'm making it as a Christmas dish. So we're going to put a little bit of cinnamon in it to make it a little more Christmassy. And then after I put it in the oven, I'm going to sprinkle some of this Cinnamon Toast Crunch dust on it to make it a little more sugary and Christmassy. So we're going to put a little bit of cinnamon in there. And then we'll whisk this together. So while you're whisking this, you want to make sure all 8 of your eggs are stirred in there really well. And then that sugar likes to sit at the bottom. So you want to make sure all that sugar is dissolved as well. All right, so everything is whisked together now. So I'm going to take my croissants over here. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to pour it right in over it. Like so. You don't want to do it too fast because it will sit there and soak it. So the reason like you want the stale croissants is because that's, with them being stale, they'll suck up all this liquid. But like I said, I've used fresh. I've used kind of stale. Some of these are kind of stale, some of them are kind of fresh. But the key is if you want to get some croissants that are fluffy, if they're fresh, that will suck up all this, this liquid. Yeah, I think this one was going to turn out a little better than the one I made the other day, or made yesterday. You can see how it's sucking up everything. All right, then you kind of want to, push it down in there so it keeps sucking it up. Like so. All right, so the recipe calls for 1 cup of melted butter, which is 2 of these sticks. Normally, it would tell you on it, whatever, and it says 1 stick equals a 1/2 cup. But since my croissants are butter croissants, I'm only going to do 1 stick. So it's not super, super buttery. But if you get croissants that are just normal croissants, you can do 2. Or if you got like a bigger, if you want to add more croissants to it, if you got like a, if you want to make a bigger bread pudding, then yeah. But we're just doing 1 stick of butter for this recipe. There you go. Now we can stick it in the microwave. Now it won't be going over. All right, so we got our butter melted. We got 1/2 cup. And while it's still hot, you want to pour it on top of it. All right, so once you get it to this point, you want to put it in the refrigerator for like 2 hours. But I'm actually going to let it sit here for a little bit and then put it in the fridge so it sits here and sucks up all that that liquid. And then I'll put it in the fridge and let it sit there. And then we're actually going to bake it when we get to Bobby's house.
Merry Christmas.
All right, so we made it to Bobby's. She ain't waving. All right, so we got the bread pudding in the oven. It is set to 325 and it's got to be in there for 45 minutes. So we'll check it out when it comes out. All right, so it looks like that. It's all nice and crispy.
Oh, scared me.
Running it, darling. Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, guys, we made it back from our family Christmas at Bobby's house. So you can tell the bread pudding was a hit. Everything, it was just crazy, kids running everywhere, so I didn't have time to do a little review there, but we'll do a review right now. All right, so I'm scooping some out. So I asked everyone who ate some of the bread pudding what they thought about it. My Aunt Angela said it felt like a warm hug. See, Grandma liked it. I was hoping she would like it because she told me before she ate this that when she was younger, the old folks used to make bread pudding with like old stale biscuits and just milk and things like that, and it would just be like gunky. So it's kind of left a bitter taste in her mouth. But she loved this because it was different. she said it was actually, you know, really good. And even my aunt Glenda said it was wonderful. She said she would have it for like with a cup of coffee in the morning, and for like a dessert. Bobby liked it. I know all the guys liked it. My cousin Nikki's husband Jared went back for seconds for it. So she said, you know, he went back for seconds for it. It was pretty good. All right, so there is the bread pudding all dipped out. It looks pretty good. It smells good. But yeah, like I said, if you don't want to make it, if you want to make it normal, just don't put that cinnamon in it. I did that Cinnamon Toast Crunch like kind of shake on top of it when it came out of the oven. But it makes it a little more Christmassy. But if you just want it normal, then don't put the cinnamon in it. But yeah, here's a little bit of it. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. This is like the 4th time I've made this recipe. The first time I made it was for my birthday and it turned out really good. I made it for work one morning for Thanksgiving and everyone loved it. I made it for our little friend get together with the with the Kinston Christmas parade, and they all liked it. I had issues with it last time because, like I said before when I was making it, the croissants are a little different. Publix croissants are a little fluffier. The croissants I got at the Lowe's at the Food Line were a little harder and not as fluffy. So I had to add a little more into it, and I found that out the hard way last night. But when I got to Bobby's, I was like, this is how it's supposed to look. This is how it's supposed to be, not the other way around. But yeah, this is pretty good. It's very sweet. It is very sugary. And cinnamon adds a little extra kick to it. Even that Cinnamon Toast Crunch on the top gives it like a Cinnamon Toast kind of crunch flavor to it. But yeah, but this is a great dessert. It's a great breakfast thing with your coffee in the morning. It is a real treat. This is on my top list of desserts. Alright guys, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are, greatly appreciate it. If you're not, hit that subscribe button. It helps our channel grow. We're also on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And below this video, you can see some of our Wild Adventures merch. If you go to the description below, there's a link to the merch shop itself where you can get like the sweatshirt that I had on earlier that said Wild Adventures. And get some mugs, thermoses, fishing t-shirts, and get some CGI merch as well. But if you go to Facebook, you can send us a message, get your very own Wild Adventures koozie or holographic sticker. So thanks for watching. See you soon, and Merry Christmas.